Today on the Philly Talk podcast, we discuss day 7 training camp. I'm always going to give you 5 keynotes that I see and want to tell you guys. And hopefully in the comment section, you let me know your thoughts. But before we drop the intro, shout out to the newest Hall of Famer, Dick Vermeil.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's I like. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we screaming fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk podcast. And today, we got some things to talk about. Day 7 is in the books. But before we do that, Eagle Nation, help your boy out. Hit that like. If you're not subscribed, do it and ding the bell. We will be rocking live and recorded videos all throughout the year. I can't wait to get into some heated live play-by-plays with you guys and whoever the ops is, especially when we play division opponents. But enough of that. Let's get into the day 7 camp notes. The first one, we're going to stick with injuries. And let's talk Devonta Smith first. This is his second practice miss due to a groin injury. Again, I think the Eagles are just being cautious. Why make him go practice if there's something even a little bit wrong? If it's a little bit painful, bothering him, give him days off. We've been load managing this whole camp pretty much. Why force the issue? I don't think it's serious. 2 days missed. It is what it is. The concussions are bothering me. I understand you can get a concussion anyway, any type of hit to the head. But with all the protection and all the effort to not get a concussion, I feel like we're getting more. We're talking about 7 days of camp. And Boston Scott, Jordan Mailata, and Andre Dillard all have concussions. Maybe they're mild. Maybe they're slight. Maybe it's just being blown out of proportion. But to me, we're talking 7 practices, 3 guys with concussions while we have extra gear on. Hopefully it doesn't translate to the NFL season. Knock on fake wood. Let's go to number 2. Britton Covey. Stock continues to rise. Today, he took first-team reps in the slot and made a lot of plays. He got that body frame, as Barrett Brooks said, that reminds you of a Wes Welker. Again, these guys didn't come out the NFL draft or out of college like this guy's going to be a beast at the slot position. But now you see the smaller, twitchy guys really have success there. Look what Hunter Renfro's done. Look at Wes Welker, of course, Julian Edelman. These guys do it. Now, is he going to ever start? I don't know, but his stock is rising. Yesterday, I talked about him making a team over Devin Allen. We already saw him get first-team reps at the special team punt returner. Now he's getting some slot work. He's doing really good at it, and it's good to have a guy who's versatile to be on your squad, can play special teams, wide receiver. Hopefully, we got our main 3, AJ, Devontae, and Quez. But you never know what this guy is going to become, and he is rising up. It's making it harder for possible Greg Wards, J.J. Arcega-Whitesides, Jalen Reagor, although he's had a productive camp. Let's see how that translates. I think that Covey is making a big statement. We'll see how the preseason games go, but he's doing stuff against the second and first team. You got to give him credit. John Hightower, where has he been? I think the Eagles are only going to keep 5 or 6 wide receivers on this roster. If you got special teams on your name with being a wide receiver, that gives you a leg up over a Greg Ward, a John Hightower, a J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, although he did play special teams, not returning punts, but as a gunner, as a tackler, and he's the best wide receiver blocker ever. Who cares? So I think Britton Covey has been proven every single day that little guys can play in the NFL too, and wish him the best of luck. Now let's go to keynote number 3, and that is Hurts up the seam to Dallas Goedert. But the big thing is he's throwing the ball in the middle a lot more. Last year, everybody was like, he don't throw left. He doesn't throw in the middle. Today, or this season, or this camp, has been a lot of middle throws, whether it's Dallas Goedert up the seam, whether it's A.J. Brown on a quick slant, which Dallas Goedert and A.J. Brown have the ability to take a 5-yard catch and go the distance. Dallas Goedert, not so much. But remember, he caught a pass up the seam against Dallas. Helmet came off, and he still kept running. And we know multiple times in camp, we've heard slant to A.J. Brown. He caught it. And if this was a real game, there was a lot of green grass, a lot of real estate to take that ball wherever he wants to go with it. So I love the fact that Jalen Hurts continues to improve. Maybe not exact accuracy, but doing things and getting more comfortable with things he hasn't done in the past as much. Let's go to keynote number 4. A.J. Brown getting a lot of looks, a lot of targets. He's getting the volume. He did have a drop, and Brandon Lee Gowton wanted to point it out today, and he said, yeah, also, just to note, A.J. Brown had the 8th most drops in the NFL last season. Okay, but if you look at the list, Cooper Kupp's in the top 10. Jamar Chase is number 1. You're talking about a guy who had over 1,400 yards, broke the rookie record, was a beast, a top 10 wide receiver for sure, but he led the league in drops. You're still productive. It happens. Do I want him to drop key passes for the Eagles? No. Will I make excuses if he does it? No. But I don't think it's that big of a deal. When you are the guy who gets the ball thrown to you the most, you might have some. He has to make sure that cleans up. You got to be focused. You got to make the most of your opportunities. But the cool thing is, what used to be Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, after 2 OTAs, they don't have a connection. Now he's his go-to guy. I can say this. There's been 7 practices. 5 are with Devonta Smith, 2 are without. Are we talking about the whole 7 or just these 2? But A.J. Brown, the go-to guy for Jalen Hurts. And last but not least, Darius Slay had a leaping interception. I believe Big Play Slay will arrive fully this season. He was good last year. He made the Pro Bowl last year. He locked people up last year. But I want to see Big Play Slay, not only locking them up, but getting the ball for your offense. He had a bunch of touchdowns off pick 6 and fumble recoveries, but I want to see close to double-digit interceptions from a guy like Slay. We've seen it done by other people. It's hard. It's very hard. But I think Big Play Slay is going to have his best year as an Eagle alongside of James Bradbury. And the other thing I want to say is the cornerback room continues to shine. Bradbury, Slay, Maddox. I think this secondary is going to be so much better. I think that we're going to be versatile in our defense. I think Gannon is going to now say, dang, I got some toys to play with. Let's go make some moves. Let's go make some moves. This season is going to be epic. I say all the time live streaming. It's going to be epic because we're going to be as good as we think, and that's going to be epically great. Or let's not talk about that. Let's not talk about the way it could be epically bad. But I just feel real confident about this season. It's so close. Tomorrow's open practice. I thought I would know if I was going on Thursday, but I haven't got my answer from a family member who's supposed to be coming this weekend. He didn't come today. I'll probably find out later today. Sorry, because I do want to get up with some of you guys if you're going to open practice, but I got to figure out if my family member's coming or not. With that being said, the season's almost here. If you're excited and made it this far, you a trooper. You probably got the bell hit. Shout out to you. Philly Talk Podcast Strong. Make sure you hit that like. It helps the content and pushes it out. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on everything. Hold up. I almost forgot. Now, Carson Wentz is a commander. We know that. And I've never heard this been said before. This is a guy who covers the Washington Commanders. Listen to what he said. You don't hear this too often. Montez Sweat was chasing a scrambling Carson Wentz from behind and was yelling to Carson Wentz, get rid of the ball. What? Wentz ran out of bounds instead. You can't make this stuff up. This is wild. And again, it's practice. It's not to say he's going to have a good or bad season, but this is hilarious. You don't hear this too often. The defensive lineman chasing you down, telling you, bro, get rid of the ball. And then Wentz still runs out of bounds. What? Hey, some laughter, some NFC East funny stories. But, yeah, I think the NFC East is going to be better than people think, too. Washington a little bit better. The Cowboys are going to be where the Cowboys were, 10-11 wins. The Giants are in new management, but it is what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this defensive lineman screaming to Wentz to get the ball out of his hands. And he's like, well, huh? That's crazy. Leave your thoughts in the comment section. I go by Philly Mike. This is the Philly Talk Podcast. We are out.